Spazzy commentary and plenty.
Oh, hello, YouTube. Spazzy coming right at you with another commentary. Today we're playing Morgana. Not only are we playing an old school champion, we're also playing on the old patch. The reason for this is that I haven't been able to play League on the new patch yet, and I asked you guys on Twitter if I should upload this anyways because I recorded it and edited it and everything, and you guys said, hell yeah, boy! Don't know if you talk like that, but yeah, I don't know. So I thought, hey, let's throw it up there. Obviously, a lot of things are different in the new patch, but the play style of Morgana is basically the same, and there's a lot of good advice in this video. So hey, I hope you guys are gonna enjoy it. Get yourself a drink, and we'll get right into it. I've got a glass of water, and Planty's right here. Yay. First things first, get yourself to DreamHack. Next Saturday, I will be there from 3 PM to 5 PM in the Telia Fan Zone South Lobby. So get your butt there if you're a DreamHack winner. It's gonna be great. I want to meet as many of you guys as possible. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I will be updating live as I'm there on those pages. So, Morgana. You've already seen the strat here, fast forwarded. What I'm doing is like, Morgana is... She lacks the utility that a lot of the modern sort of champions has. Gragas is a good matchup against her because, yeah, I expected him to start Doran's. I'm not rocking my... I get into the Runes of Masteries later. But I decided to start 2 Fairy Charms, a Ward and a Pot. Because with a bit of extra regen, I'll be able to just completely outpush him. And I do miss a lot of easy CS here. Here's the first gang coming in by Ramos, but okay, he turns back. I do miss a lot of CS in the beginning, but it doesn't matter. Right now I'm at a I think, about 10 CS lead I've got right now when I come back to lane for after the first buy, which is great. You want to just wait out and be useful in team fights. You're not going to look to grab kills in lane, unless you get ganks, of course, but Morgana is just not that champion. I see Ramos somewhere else, and bring the wraiths to myself and kill him. And I just keep farming. That's what I do, and I pressure Gragas to get a CS lead. I pressure him on the turret, keep spamming that W, leveling it up, pushing him to the turret, max Q second. Here we're gonna find Ramos. I'm gonna miss my Q like an uptard, and we're gonna pursue him anyways. I do have my spell shield and my ult up, so I do spell shield myself, and I ult him. And luckily, that Gragas ult doesn't bring me back because I got the wall right next to me. A max range Q is gonna bring some deeps on this Gragas. He does flash out of my W, which is nice by him. I guess it was needed. Here he does something way too aggressive. He goes for E. I guess he wanted to lock down Prophet on the turret. We don't manage to pick up the kill, but we do bait out the Ignite though, so good job. Runes and Masteries, what I would want to run ideally is probably regen yellows for my page, because of the strat that you will be pushing constantly, especially against a jungle Ramos. I mean, with my spell shield, he can't gank me, so I feel very safe. But yeah, I bring a standard page, which is basically like, what is it, like the AP quints, magic penetration marks, armor seals, magic resist glyphs, and a 2109 mastery page. Did I say masteries when I went runes? I probably did. When I came back to lane now, I had a nice 30 CS lead on this Gragas because of the pushing. So that's where you want to be. Now I'm going to roam a little bit. Prophet does pick up the kill. Rengar and Ramos picked up the kill on Gangplank, I think. And I'm going to come in here. He thinks that he's going to be able to win this fight because Gragas is coming. But yeah, I should have probably spell shielded myself there if I would have done that. I wouldn't have get knocked back, but we do manage to pick up the kill on Ramos anyways. Morgana is super key to just wait on cooldowns. Late game, depending on your setup, you kind of don't want to auto attack. Just wait for cooldowns, position yourself correctly like I did there. I didn't want him to sneak through the wall and get away. Your auto attacks, even though I have Spellblade on this in the mastery page, it's not worth to wait for auto attack if you can reposition yourself. Here I'm going to stay, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this ward. I put down a ward in between the pillars in the lane there. That's right next, right outside the range of the turret. And this is a key ward. Not only will it allow you to see where people from mid are roaming, it will also allow you to make plays with like characters like Lux and Morgana, just like so. And this ward is just such a key ward that people always forget when they're playing certain champions. It's just so great because, yeah, it won't protect you against ganks, sure, but here I'm lucky that Gragas doesn't hit that because I was actually overextended there. He could have knocked me into the turret. But you can also make plays out of it. It's just such a good indicator of what your mid laner is doing, that you will be able to ping warning pings to your bot lane, even though if he's going to farm race, that's always good to, let them know and stuff like that. Key items on Morgana is going to be the Zhonya's. That's like the first item. I do get the Chalice though for extra regen, which is good. Here I'm sure he wanted to use something. I wasn't sure he would use the ultimate, but luckily I get to spell shield the ultimate, which is kind of nice. Here I Zhonya's with my ultimate to you know, try and pick up the kill on Gragas, but that taunt is actually going to save his butthole, as I weren't able to auto attack for the kill. But yeah, still very nice. I'm able to push even more waves. At this point, I think I'm still about 30 CS ahead. And look at this ward, by the way. Allows me to make plays when they recall at the turret. Just before the minions arrive, I'm able to bind him and pick up the kill, which is really nice. So a lot of value on that ward. And you generally... some champions suits it more than others, but generally warding the lane is so strong. I mean, it's just a really good thing you want to try and do. And even as the game progresses, that's something that people forget. People forget that when they've gotten turrets, they need to ward the lane. If you know, like for instance, deep down the mid lane, where the champions are going into the jungle, who's stepping out where and who's doing what, you can make plays, you can counter their plays, you can just, the amount of knowledge you get from the ward in the mid lane is just huge. So as a mid laner, it's your job to keep it there if your support is not professional, and you should never expect them to be. Coming back now with the finished Zhonya's, now I'm building the Void Staff, also a key item. Although I do Zhonya's without popping the ultimate, it actually turns out alright, because as Gragas jumps to me, I'm able to get my full combo off him and pick up a kill from this rough situation. But I should have expected Rengar being here, because I saw him on the ward at their blue, and I didn't see him show up top, so I should definitely expect that. But I'm coming back now with finished Sword Boots for a little bit of extra damage. Here I do a crucial mistake. Right here I should ignore Vayne, and I should have spell shielded the Gangplank there, Acclamator, because then he would have been able to get his Q off on Gragas, and we could possibly have made a play out of that. God, I'm stuttering now. That's a nice old combo for Prophet and me, countering that engage that they're about to do. It's actually the right call to go in here by them, because our AD and bot is not, AD and support is not here. I'm just trying to, I should probably have waited with my Q there and try and hit it on Vayne, but we managed to disengage, which is great, and our ult combo got them super low, so we want to try and re-engage here. It is definitely the right call. Vayne is going to sidestep to avoid that Q from Prophet, which allows me to pick up an easy, not kill, but an easy hit with my binding. And after that kill and gotten them low, we can do a Drake. So that turned out alright, because we used our combo there so efficiently, me and Prophet. Now we got my Void Staff, that's a lot of extra deeps. We're gonna go in for more Voids. Here they engage onto my Gangplank. I don't want that happening, so I go in here, I ult them. Gragas gets away with his E, kind of expecting that, and I get the binding on to Rammus, which allows me to get double buffs, which in this case it's worth auto attacking, because I get the slow off, and then I can hit an easy binding and pick up the double. So pretty nice, pretty nice. But yeah, Morgana is a team fighting champion. You're not gonna make crazy, like, flashy plays Lee Sin style, or like, you know, what else are like, yeah. Basically, you don't have the utility on Morgana. There, I absolutely failed my spell shield. I should have just spell shielded myself there. But as it happens, I'm able to Zhonya bait them, and this is why Zhonya is such a key item. Because you're lacking the utility, the mobility, and all of that, you want to use your Zhonyas. Plus, it's a dead given. Any AoE ultimate heavy champions should probably build AP, should probably build a Zhonyas. Like, Kennen is the same way. We pick up a triple kill from hunting there on Jinx, so it's fine. And now I'm finishing my Athenes. And now I can start making play, because my cooldowns are sort of low. Well, I don't have it yet, but I have lower cooldowns, which is nice. And I can make plays now. I know that Fresh doesn't have that flash, so I'm going to go in and sort of overkill him with my ult. But, you know, a kill is a kill. And we're making constant plays here, which is kind of nice. We're keeping that snowball going. Prophet going in. He's got a lot of kills, so he's pretty darn beef. Miss my Q. Don't worry. We'll pick up the kill and the inhib. Oh my god, Rangonian pops up like a madman, but it's going to be fine. We actually survived that. And Vayne, knowing ADs, I kind of like to say that I predicted that Q. It is a gamble, of course, but that's the way I would instinctively tumble if I were that Vayne. So that sort of like helped me out there. Pushing out mid, but you know, we should probably have beat here. I'm completely but I managed to get a key spell off here. As Rammus moves in for our Jinx, I managed to get the spell shield just as he's about to taunt him. So that's real nice, and we're able to almost burst him down. Instead, we get the Thresh. So that's fresh with the fresh and the freshness. Here we should probably back. Instead we choose to get the turret, which allows them to sort of like engage on us with their home guards. And I think they pick up 2 or 3 kills here as we disengage, because I'm and I can't really help my team that much. There's Acclamator, and I'm gonna try and like bind Gragas with Rammus here. But you know, it's all about pushing the limits in fun normals. You know this, guys. But it's also important if you're gonna play more serious to know where you're doing it wrong. Here I'm in a really good position right now. I see Rengar ultimate, so I'm guessing I see the Q hit, and that's why I'm gonna follow up with the ultimate. He feels pressure, so he attacks me on these stealths, and I pick up a kill, completely deleting him from this next team fight, which is a really important thing, of course. I mean, that's just huge pressure revealed from the entire team, so it's gonna be a nice easy turret here, pushing into that base, being overall giggity, and trying to look for more voids. Here, it's a bit tricky because my ultimate gets up later in the team fights, and I don't react accordingly. But right there, when it pops, I should have flashed in and gone. Instead, I go a little bit late, so I don't manage to pop as many of them, not Vayne in particular, into the ultimate. But I mean, it's min-maxing, but it's important to learn. That you need to keep an eye on your cooldowns, and that's just something that you learn with AP casters in general. I feel like the like standard thing that you learn. Ooh, that max range Q, delicious. The standard thing that you learn after playing around with them a lot is your cooldowns. Like you got it in your backbone. You know when they're gonna be up. You don't have to look down there and lose vision of what's going on. So that's kind of nice. Don't need to help them at Baron. I can stay here and look for picks. For instance, this freshness. Gonna spell shield myself. Ram's gonna try and taunt me. Doesn't succeed in it because the spell shield or penis tried to ult him, and not predicting the powerball there as well as Jinx did with his thing. But you know, pop up the ignite on the Rammus because Prophet ulted and trying to get to that Vayne, but she flashes over the wall. Renginoni going for our Avian. He's gonna ult. I'm gonna try and do what I can. But again, at this point in the game, I'm not looking to auto attack. I'm looking to in between cooldowns, just reposition myself. So playing very anti-AD, so to speak. But that's generally what you want to do. Oh, nice little body slam dodge there, man. So yeah, that's basically gonna be game. We're gonna be pushing and derping and slurping a little bit here. But I hope you enjoyed this commentary, guys. If you did, feel free to hit the like button. You can add this to your favorite and share it on Facebook and Twitter. This is the first video of me you're watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything coming out in the future. And I hope that you pick up Morgana. She is different. She is you know, sort of like stabilized in her gameplay. And I like it. It's old school for me. It's League of Legends beta, and I like it. So that is it, guys. I'll see you at DreamHack. Make sure that if you're there, you come up and say hi. I really want to meet as many of you as possible because I find it great fun. This has been Spazzy, and I am out. Dudes!